You only date black men. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Why is that? Break that down for me, my dear.
So I don't want anyone to get offended, okay?
Hey,
But
for
for
them.
me,
This
so,
our
yeah,
come
so
straight
for
from the heart. How you feel about us blacks?
this is how I feel. I've always liked men that look a little bit more exotic.
Yeah.
So now, exotic in my world, again, you know where I grew up.
Oh, I know.
Everyone looks like me, but they're not cute white looking men, right?
Okay. They real hardened.
They're like, I always thought that my dad was not like good looking, but then when I compared my dad to other men, I'm like, you know what? My dad is 6'5" and he's dark hair, like blue eyes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, mom, I see why. He might be a loser, but
Damn. Okay.
yeah, my dad was just never. He was never like the man.
Yeah.
He never had that masculinity in him.
Right.
But my mom did, so it kind of worked out for them.
Right.
But everyone else, like, no. And then I remember, so I went to Australia when I was 14 to learn English.
Yeah, Australians love some out there too. Them white girls.
You
love
know
a
what?
good
I
meat
don't
out
remember
there.
meeting that many out there.
I know you're not. That's what I'm saying. When you go, they want to devour the black meat.
Yeah.
I done been in Australia. They try to eat me alive.
Oh,
yeah,
I think anywhere you go, they would.
was grabbing everywhere, baby. You know, anywhere I go, they want the gig, they want the guy, you know. But it was crazy, Australia. But go ahead, though.
No, Australia. Yeah, Australia was an interesting place. It's a lot of great people, though. I loved Australia. And then I came back, and so when I went to Australia, I did not speak a word of English. I couldn't even put two and two together. It was just such a bad, English that I had back then. But then I came back and I could speak, and I was like intermediate level.
Right.
And then there are a lot of pro ball players that would come to Russia play back then.
Overseas, yes.
Overseas, yeah. And so there are like a bunch of people when the NBA had a shutdown.
Of course.
So I remember I smoked cigar with Patrick Beverly.
Okay.
And in my mind, I was like, oh, this is just a guy that I'm smoking a cigar with. I had no idea that he's some sort of someone.
Yeah, shout out to Pat.
So it was, but I was so young back then.
And you just saw them black. You're like, oh, I want this the ones.
But so I never
Juiced up.
dated when I was in Russia.
Right.
I never, in my mind, I was always like, I need to be in school. I need to just become someone before I can be in a relationship. Because, it wasn't like, oh, you're going to get married, you're going to have a kid right away. But it was just, what's the point? Like, you need to have a purpose. And the purpose is go to school, graduate, then leave Russia. Like that was for me, since 7 years old, I told my mom, I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
And then I would see all these people and then be like, oh my God, I can speak English to them.
For sure.
So that's how it started, that I could speak English to them and I can practice my English.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, man, they're also so good looking. Like they're very attractive.
You love that good skin texture, that
love,
melanin.
oh yes.
You want to lick that chocolate, huh?
Ooh, I love chocolate.
Yeah, I know you do, baby. I can tell.
And I remember when I moved here, oh my God, it was such a crazy story how I met my first boyfriend.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh my God,
I want to hear
crazy.
it, girl. Give me everything. Don't leave nothing out.
He's a basketball player too. He was back in the day. And once I got on the tennis team, my friend who was number 1 at the time, and I was number 2, and then she was like, you know what, I like this guy. I really like this guy. And it was this like light skin, super tall. I didn't think he was hot.
Right. Because you like the brown skin.
Yeah.
I know what you like, girl.
So I didn't think he was hot. And there was another guy that I was like, I think I kind of like that guy.
Yeah.
And then she goes like, hey, do you have Facebook? I'm like, yeah, I do. She's like, can you hit him up? Just so maybe like you can put him on me. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll hit him up. But, so I was like, let me find him first. I don't know who that is. So I found him on Facebook. Boop. I added him. And all of a sudden he starts messaging me. And I was like.
Right away.
Who? What? Not me, her. Like literally the first time we met up, we went to get ice. We were 19. We went to get ice cream.
Right. Ice cream play. I like that. Yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't want to talk to you. It's my friend who wants to talk to you. And he's like, I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to you.
I want you, baby. I want to eat that thing. I want your ice cream.
It was. I felt so bad, but then we just started hanging out.
Hey, it is what it is.
We got along, and then it's just, for me, the conversations that you can have with black men, they're a little different.
Come on now, tell them about it. They need to know this, baby.
They're a little bit more, and a lot of people say like, oh, you don't know how they feel. I don't know how anyone feels. I only know how I feel. Right. Same as you don't know how I feel because you only feel what you feel, right?
I might know how you feel later if I'm lucky.
So, but one thing I can say is like, I would always connect and relate to a lot of different topics that we would talk about. Right. And Like my first boyfriend, man, he was Baha'i from a different religion. He never drank alcohol too, so
Okay.
he was a very like healthy spiritual person. Like he took time to get to know me, like talk to
Mhm.
like I remember even when we first had sex, it was
How
so
that
weird.
happen? How that first sexual encounter took place, baby?
I've told him I was like, I'm not gonna have sex with you unless I'm your girlfriend.
Yeah,
And
then you my girlfriend, right?
literally,
Duh.
right?
You my
But he
girlfriend
was
too.
like, I didn't want to have sex. I thought we were just gonna play around. And I was like, play around? No.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even give him a blowjob until like
You ain't sucked the
6 months in. I
damn.
thought it was so disrespectful
To
to a
who?
woman.
To suck on that good Johnson? You supposed to put that totem pole down your
It was
throat.
crazy. I don't know why. Why did I
Yeah, you don't think that way now, right?
oh hell no.
You want to go down the goddamn tunnel of greatness. I know, baby.
It was just such a I don't know what was in my head.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
then, we dated for like 3 years. It was a very
That's dope.
back and forth, very like I was so in love. It was crazy. But
Of
then we
course.
broke up. I mean, we were kids, we were teenagers.
Yeah.
And then but we're cool. We're cool now.
As you should
Yeah.
be. Yeah, but once you
She's
go
in a
black,
very happy new relationship. She's
yeah.
beautiful, and I'm like, that's the one for you.
Yeah, that's a
Just
beautiful thing.
I'm a little too much
Yeah,
sometimes.
you rambunctious sometimes. But that's okay. You live in life. You from Russia, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's cold over there.
It
You know
is
what I mean?
cold over there, but I'm also like that's one thing people don't understand that
Yeah.
if I made it out, then
Mhm.
I'm gonna go all in. You can't just put me in the house and lock
No.
me in there and just
You
say,
gotta
"Oh,
live.
sit down."
You came here to
Yeah.
live, right?
Yes.
You got to get it out your system.
I gotta get. I know. I don't care if people are hating on it. You can hate all you want. It is what it is.
So you just a freelance person as of now. How long you been freelancing? Like I'm just gonna live my life. I ain't worried about people thinking about me.
It's been the last 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I used to live in California for about 9 years,
Okay.
and then when the war happened between Russia and Ukraine, it was
Yeah.
such a difficult time because you're just sitting there and you're like, man, I've been lied to my entire life.
For
How can
sure.
you go and fight someone who is your brother and sister?
Crazy.
And like, it was just such a unreal experience to go through because I'm like, I don't know what have I haven't done anything to the world. I was just born there. But
Mhm.
like, I still felt so responsible for it.
Of course.
And then I went to Hawaii and I was like sitting on the beach by myself. I literally, because I always travel solo, and I was just sitting there. I'm like, man, I need to change my life.
Yeah.
And then that's when I said, I'm gonna move to Atlanta. Because Atlanta was just
Oh,
a good
that's
city.
the home of all the that land. You was in heaven, wasn't you? Goddamn. You thought it was planet
In
Eight,
heaven, but you know what? It's kind of hellish right now.
No, it's different now.
It's different.
It's different now. Like when you went, what was that like the pandemic time?
2022.
Oh, that's when it turned up.
Yeah.
Them gates turned. They like there all the wild hyenas came out.
It's like I don't know. People like don't have purpose anymore. It's
Nah,
just
it's
they're just
darkness a little bit.
moving with the flow, but like it's not even a good flow, and I don't even know what they're doing, and it's
Yeah.
just no one has jobs. It's just
Yeah.
it's like what do you do? Like just a scam city at this point.
Yeah, shout out to Atlanta. You know, I went to junior college there. It was when I was there, it was like Black Hollywood. It was amazing. You know what I mean? So I almost thought about moving there before I moved to LA.
Mm.
But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, that shit got crazy. So I'm not doing that. But shout out to everybody in Atlanta, man. Keep your head right.
I love Atlanta as a city, though.
Yeah, for
Atlanta
sure.
is beautiful.
Most
And
definitely.
my Atlanta is different now. I play tennis.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym in the morning.
You still there, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still there, but I'm kind of, I'm in and out. I travel a
You
lot.
kind of come to Miami, baby.
I love Miami.
I know you do.
And Miami can be different. Miami can be crazy. Miami can be chill. Like this Miami is chill for me.
Right. It all depends on how you move. So,
Yeah.
like, people hear, oh, you in Miami. I'm like, bro, I don't go out. You already know I don't drink, smoke, none of that stuff. So, what is you concerned about me living in a place that's wild? I'm not no wild person to that degree. I'm going to live my life and have my fun. You know what I mean? But I don't got to go outside and do nothing that, the reckless people do.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my fun now. Got to.
But then you have the ocean here and you have the city.
Come
and
on
it's
now.
like today I was standing on the pool deck and I'm like, man, this is such a crazy city that you have the literal city and you have such a beautiful ocean.
You
right there.
always feel like you're on vacation, especially where I live. I'm
That's-
right there on the water. I'm in a beautiful building and the ocean view. Every time I would look out my windows, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I could go walk by the water every day, jump in the water if I want to. So I can't complain about nothing. And then it's been very, very good to me, weather-wise, but even the opportunities that placed here. So
It's
I love
true.
it. Yeah. So I think it'd be good for you. You'd be more comfortable.
It's just, man, the prices here.
It's number one now. It used to like go to Florida, you could go save some
Yeah.
bread, especially from LA to Florida. Not no
Yeah.
more. Now Miami is over LA now.
Last time I checked, it was like $15,000 to move into an apartment. I'm like, I can buy a house with $15,000
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, like 15, right?
15. It was
Yeah, it's gonna be first,
crazy.
last. It's gonna be about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get it. So you gotta have a bag just to even enter the home here,
Yeah, that's why
especially
I'm
them
like,
condos.
I don't know what people do for a living to afford that kind of stuff
You
because it's
gotta do a
also
lot.
gonna, you know,
Have no fear, Mr. Organic is here. This is Organically Speaking. Anybody out there want to do partnership, sponsorship, clothing brand marketing, water, energy drink placement, whatever you want to be a part of Organically Speaking or Mr. Organic as a brand, hit me up at ballernothingelse@yahoo.com. That's my email, or DM me directly at Mr. Organic on Instagram. That's MR Organic with a K instead of a C, one word straight across. And we're going to get that promo game through the roof. 3, yeah.